sit myself down.
You smell great.
Oh, thank you, BB. I showered today. Yay.
I always hate that response when people say that. Like, it's like a sign that people can't just take the compliment. You're like, oh, you smell great. And they be like, oh, I take showers. You're like, just take the compliment.
Thanks.
There.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the Marriage Go Round podcast with Tanjareen and CT.
Don't sound so melancholy. I was just correcting how people like to be.
I know how much you love to correct me.
It's not about correcting.
It is about correcting me. Anyways, this is the
No.
This is the
it's
marriage.
It's not about correcting you. It's about giving you a compliment and telling you how you receive it.
You're not gonna upset me, okay? That's what you're not gonna do. Let me sit up in this chair. Anyways, welcome everyone to the Marriage Go Round podcast. We've done this a few times before on CT's Patreon, and he even released one of his episodes on his YouTube and Facebook too.
Yes.
And it was a very funny episode. I think it was our first or second episode, but we haven't done it since 2020.
Yeah.
So we are back here on my Facebook page exclusively to answer your relationship questions and to talk to you about relationships. Why us? Because we've been friends since 2008. We've been seeing each other since 2010, and
True.
We've been married since 2014. Our 8-year wedding anniversary is in a few weeks on May 14th. May 14th. Why a Wednesday? Because we met doing radio on a Wednesday for Jamie Foxx.
That's crazy. It was
on
Wednesday.
Foxhole Radio.
Yeah.
And then we did another radio show together on a Wednesday for Chopping It Up Live for D
Chopping It Up
Herbs.
Live.
And then we got married on a Wednesday on 5/14/14.
You get married on Wednesday.
And the word wed is in Wednesday.
That's true as well.
We're wedded. So we're doing this podcast on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Why you? Why do you want to be the guy to give advice about relationships with these people? I've been doing all this talking.
You know what's funny? I don't want to give advice. I don't. I find myself just in general telling people what they're usually wrong about or what they're like barking up the wrong tree or something. And it's like, it's not so much as giving advice, it's just like seeing people make mistakes that you know they can avoid. And yeah, I mean, like, people always listen to advice about relationships from people who are single. And they're like, well, I was in a relationship, but I'm divorced. Or I used to be, and it's like, listen, I don't care how you word it, you've unsucceeded.
You've unsucceeded. That's hilarious. That is funny, and that is actually accurate. So we could be like the Kevin Samuels of relationships, but we're actually in a relationship.
I don't want to compare.
I knew you wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
But he's actually an associate of ours. We did some sketches with him. You can find them on
Very
CC's
nice
pages.
guy.
Very
Very nice
nice.
guy.
Very smart with the social media.
Very.
He makes sure that you guys know what he's up to, and that is the ticket.
Happy for that guy.
Let's
Are you gonna cook today?
Let's stick to the podcast topics.
Got it.
And the topics today, let me
You made
just...
it smoothie. I appreciate it. I just, it's time eating.
It is. Maybe after this podcast, if we have time before our evening events, I could do my housewife stuff. I also think I might start a podcast about being a housewife, because there's some things that I could learn and teach to other women, especially those that don't have children, that have careers and a husband who has a love language of acts of service and quality time.
You know how crazy it is that you say that? How do I get out of that? And bam. Oh, it's not going.
So I want to shout out the people who are watching so far. Bo Thompson is in the house. What's up, Bo Thompson? Muhammad Idris, keep up the good work. Thank you, Muhammad. Antonio Nocentelli, that's GorillaTap.
GorillaTap1.
Look at this amazing black couple. He says, Viajen Rogero Nobi. Thank you. He says, keep up the good work. Check it out and thank me later. Seems like Jafar is going to get blocked if that's spam. Hey, Leo Jackson, that is conscious. Nicole with the N-A. Nicole is putting up, what is she saying?
Or it's just Nicole.
Nicole, exactly. So yeah, Jafar's going to get blocked because he's over here putting spam in. But everybody else is showing love, and I want to thank you guys for being here. Yes, Alex says stop spamming. Exactly. So we got to get rid of this guy. But anyways, the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the name of the podcast.
Okay. Well, you not a fan of the Marriage Go Round.
I actually came up with a name on the fly. We were like, what should we call it? And I was like, the Marriage Go Round. In fact, I had a theme song. You guys want to hear it? Marriage Go Round. Marriage Go Round. Tanjareen and CT's Marriage Go Round. That was, maybe.
It was not. You did not include our name.
I didn't. I just added that. That was the remix. This is the remix. Hey, this is the, you don't like it?
No.
Okay, so that was the name,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not sure if that name is available. I actually typed in the marriage
That's
go
hilarious.
round,
Okay.
and I see there was a book by some guy named Andrew something from 2009, and his was about the ups and downs of being married in America. And then there was a movie in the 40s
Called
So-
The Marriage Go Round?
Yeah,
Well, the movie don't count, but I stole the dude out of the book.
but I don't think there's a podcast with that name. So
Then
if
you
we
got it.
so if we call it the marriage go round with Tanjareen and CT,
Well, I think it's just The Marriage Go Round.
but that's the part that does. But the part that makes it ours is giving it our name.
No, because if you do with, then you can easily replace the withs.
Okay, so I will block Jafar. Thank you guys because he's going ham.
Thought you been did that.
I don't know how to do it on my mobile device. How long have y'all been
Oh, you
married,
just click
Alex
it.
Wolf? Yeah, do it for me.
Yeah.
We've been married since 5/14/14. So
I don't know
May
why.
14th, 2014 is when we got married, which means our anniversary is next month. 8 years. My husband is helping me block right now because it wasn't working for me. I don't know why.
I had an iPad. Yeah, I can't.
So I was thinking we could call it Married to CT.
No. That's too. My ego's not that crazy.
Married to Tanjareen and CT?
That. Why would everybody be married to?
They're
no.
married to us because they love watching the show.
I hate that we're workshopping this in front of people.
No, I want their suggestions.
Oh,
Right
that's
now,
good.
it's called The Marriage Go Round with Tanjareen and CT. But if you have a better suggestion, because sometimes you guys think of stuff that's on the tip of my tongue or his tongue, and we didn't think of it, let us know in the comments.
You got to block it later.
Yeah, I'll block them later. I'll block you later, but you definitely will get all that stuff deleted, and nobody's going to click your links. You're wasting your time. You'll never be able to watch our content again, Jafar. I hope it was worth it. Yeah, James Holmes, he says Jafar and his birds got to go. So that's the first segment. I just want to know if we should keep the name The Marriage Go Round podcast. But you still like the name?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Second thing I want to talk about is my baby's braids are amazing.
Thank you. I've been
hair
waiting.
looks great.
I've been waiting for you to say something. I mean, these are incredible. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
Just got them done an hour and a half ago. You know, it's funny. She came to braid me, and she was like, as she was leaving, she was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm moving into a shop, so I get you that information." I say,
Nobody cares.
You still coming over here, so I don't really need the address to the shop."
Same thing happened to the last girl who used to do our hair. She used to do our hair in her kitchen, down the street. We would go at whatever time we were available, and then she was like, "I got a shop now, and it's in," and it was like way out of Woodland Hills or something. It was like,
Yeah.
"Baby girl, I need that private VIP service with nobody else around, with you not working any other clients in while I'm under the dryer. I don't want any of that. So if you can't come to me, I don't care about your shop."
It's like when you go to a barbershop as well. Like I always hated going into a barbershop and the appointment time that you set wasn't your appointment. Like they pushed it, or they'd be like, "Oh, let me finish him up," and then right before they get to you, they're like, "Oh, let me take this call. I'll be right back." And you're like,
Hate that.
"Damn,
Hate
this is
that.
too much." But I've never had someone come to my house or the apartment and not be immediately ready because their attention isn't on their phone. Their attention isn't with another
Exactly.
client. It's all with you. So I like that.
Exactly.
Also, hairstylists, I'm gonna this is a secret tip for women and men who have a barber or hairstylist. Well, barbers don't really do this so much, but hairstylists, if they quote you a price for a style that you like, have it in a text so you remember the price they gave you. Because one thing I learned from my hairstylist friends is they will always tell you a higher price because they remember what they told you. So if you got them for $100, remember you got them for $100 and have it written down. Don't ask them how much do I owe you.
Exactly, because the price is gonna be different every time,
Every
and it's
time.
always gonna get higher.
Every
I
time.
learned that the hard
You'd
way.
be like, "Oh, you're 100, right?" No, it's actually 150 because it was a little late in the gas, and same date. Nah, fam.
I type it in the notes under the stylist's name, and then I pay them digitally. So then I'm like, "No, remember, this was the price. If you don't believe me, if you don't believe my notes, look at what I sent you in Venmo."
Facts.
So yeah, we got some suggestions on a name. Tank says marriage talk with CT and Tanjareen.
Okay, that's in there.
GorillaTap says married things and things with Tanjareen and CT.
I like married things and things.
I like that too.
Married things and things goes perfectly with how I speak.
What about me?
Well,
Am I the things and you're the things? Because you
Sure.
know a slang? Because you're from
Sure.
Detroit?
I don't even think it's because I'm from Detroit. It's just I have.
Because y'all talk country in Detroit.
And what do y'all do in LA? Y'all be
You
y'all be
can't, you
spreading out
can't
y'all
say the
eyes.
difference between aisle and owl and aisle.
I saw that meme. And it was funny when I was reading, I was like, ow.
The meme said people in Detroit can't say OWL and ISLE and AISLE any differently.
Ow. It's like when Baltimore, they played Napalm because I think it was iron. It was iron, earn, and something else iron. And he was like, earn. And I'm like,
yeah, the Baltimore one was funny.
Baltimore's
That's
hilarious.
absolutely funny.
But ow, they got us.
Okay, James says Tanj and CT's Married to Funny.
Married to Funny.
I feel like Married to Funny might be taken,
There's gotta be.
But the Tanj and CT in there makes it ours. Black Madonna says, I want some cake from your wedding. That would be some old cake, Black
That would
Madonna.
be molded.
We actually could not fit our cake. You know how you're supposed to take the top layer home and all the rest of the cake home? We were leaving for a mini honeymoon in Vegas right after the wedding and then going to the real honeymoon in Jamaica. We couldn't fit it all in our freezer, so we had to throw some of it away. I feel bad about that.
Hey, that Leo Jordan just rearranged the name already. He's like, CT and Tanjareen presents Marriage Go Round.
So it's the same name that we already have.
Just other way around.
Leo Jackson is conscious from
Y'all,
Tanjaree's Top
welcome.
Talent. Ed Small says the power couple. Bam. And I don't know if you're trying to name our podcast or if you're giving us a compliment, but either way, thank you. So if you're just tuning in, this is the Marriage Go Round with Tanjareen and CT.
AKA.
The new name might be
Marriage Things and Things, right? That's what it was?
Marriage Things and Things.
Marriage
with
Things
Tanjareen
and
and CT. And that name has been given to us by GorillaTap, and we might like it. Things and Things is hilarious, but I just like having our name in it too. Get her pregnant so we can eat from the baby shower, Black Madonna says. But Black Madonna just want to eat. Where are you, Haitian queen?
Go order something, baby girl. Get you a Postmate.
Mark Anthony says, my favorite couple. How are y'all? From Mark Anthony from California. We are Tanjtastic, and how do you say how you're doing?
I'm amazing. You know what? Well, I'm not going to say that. Well, I am going to say I'm amazing, but I'm not going to say what I was about to say, which was the joke of having a long greeting, being like, yeah, I'm so...
I'm blessed and highly favored
Yeah,
if the
all
Lord
that.
say the same.
Man, it gets too long. It's like, fam, just say you're good. We don't want to hear all this.
Oh, so James Holmes says, Aaron earned and iron earned. Can you say that sentence?
Aaron earned and iron earned, absolutely. But I can't say ow.
Okay, good.
I mean,
job.
obviously I can say aisle, and owl, but, you know, ow.
Conscious said you're C-tastic. I'm Tanjtastic, you're C-tastic.
Not at all. But it's even more double meaning because he used to be a Crip, so it's hilarious.
Oh, Conscious?
Yeah.
Was he a Crip or a Blood? I just know he was a gangster.
He was a Crip.
And he spells conscious with a K instead of a C. I figured if he was a Crip, he would use the
Conscious.
C.
Conscious, you were a Crip. Tell me I'm right.
Put the colored heart, red or blue, based on what you were, Conscious.
What you were, yeah.
So let us know. What he says, cuz.
See?
You're right.
I'm telling you, I'll be remembering small details about people.
You were right. So I would like to talk about a meme that we saw online.
Are we going to show people?
We are going to show the people. Just give me a moment. Thanks for watching the Marriage Go Round / Marriage Things and Things. Married Things and Things.
Things and Things.
That's such a funny name.
That is a funny name.
So here's the meme. It's long, so I'm going to read it. Or you can read
This
it.
isn't a meme, but this
It's
is
not
just
a meme.
because I don't want to clarify. So there's a post we saw online. This is long. I'm about to read it. The Tanjareen can stop showing the audience so I can see it and read it to y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Me and this guy are dating, and I mentioned to him that I'm waiting for marriage to have sex. The guy that I'm dating says he's cool with that, and then he mentions that we should go Dutch when we go on dates because he's saving his money for his wife. I told him that's not cool, that he will not spend money on me because I want to wait until marriage. He says that's not the case at all, but clarifies that just like sex, he should be a good steward with his money and reward that for his wife.
So, to summarize, a woman is waiting for marriage before she has sex, but she's still dating a guy, expects him to pay for the dates. The guy says, well, if you're waiting for marriage, we should go half on these dates because I'm saving my money for my wife. I'll pay for all the dates for my wife. Is he wrong, ladies and gentlemen?
Here's the thing. I love the fact that he has that level of petty
So
for
petty.
a response. That response was class act. And you could tell it was perfect because she didn't like it. She immediately was like, what? That's not cool. Oh, now that you want something from me is not cool. But you're telling me off top that you're not going to offer me what I might want from you until this happens. Which also, let's get on the subject of this. Everybody always says what they're going to do if they get married or when they get married. You're not going to magically become a different person. Let's say, for example, shrimp. You be like, you know what? I don't eat shrimp. I'm waiting for my wife to eat shrimp. And then you get married, you can be like, I haven't eaten shrimp this whole time. Why am I going to eat it just as I said I do? Like, you're not going to magically become somebody else. So you might as well start living in the practice of what you want to try or what you want to deal with then. Also, waiting for marriage for sex could backfire. If it's trash, I know y'all be saying all of that love shit. I'm like, yeah, I love them. You know, and love is going to overpower all, and we're gonna be meshed and equally yoked and everything. No, you're not.
You're not.
You need to make sure that you can deal with that for the rest of your life.
I agree, and to piggyback on that first point that you made, I remember because I had a lot of guy friends in college that would cheat on all their girlfriends, but they said when they get married, they were going to be faithful. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, how are you going to practice what faithful feels like? If you couldn't do it with these women, you've been dragging her along for 2-3 years of your life, but you're going to be faithful when you get married. And sure enough, now that we're adults, they've all cheated and gotten divorced. Yeah. So if you're not doing it now, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to do it when you get married. But back to this text that we were reading, and let me see what you guys are saying. Annie Mai says, can y'all adopt me? LOL. Oh my God, it's the power couple, she says. Tank says, he's not wrong. Can't tell him how to spend his money. Exactly. Marv Fleming III says, well, he isn't wrong. He's just manly petty. That's true. Let's see. Black Madonna says, did you guys, the honeymoon, how was the feeling? Seriously, you are on a whole nother subject, Black Madonna. Can you hear us? Are you watching us on mute? Because you having your own conversation.
I feel like she just wants to be in a relationship. She ain't even thinking about. Yeah, the honeymoon was fire. To answer your question, we went to Jamaica. It was really dope. We had an incredible time. We got a chance to just enjoy each other's company because it was raining a lot of the days too. But it was so hot and needed to rain. It was beautiful seeing all of those black people over there because they don't really show you in America, and why would they? That black people are beautiful all over the world. Like going to Jamaica, we saw black people on money, on billboards, in positions of power. It was incredible, the culture over there. And, we ended up going to Fiji, I think a year or two after that, and seeing the exact same thing.
Had no idea Fijians were black people.
Yeah.
Because the water commercials, lady, they look Hawaiian.
These people are black. They are us. And they don't advertise it. So if you ever get a chance to get out of the country, go. Don't just go I ain't been to Africa yet. Not really in a rush. Would love to go. Love, the members of Team CT over there. But just the length of the flight doesn't make me want to go. But go to the place.
Is what I don't want to do. I'd love to go to Africa, but I feel like, why do I have to get shots to go to where I'm supposed to be my hometown, my motherland, when I can just get a plane ticket and go to Japan or Thailand or London, but I got to get shots to go over there to make sure I don't get, malaria and different things, even though my friends who have gone over there have still gotten sick even when they got the shot. So I don't know, but one day I'll go to a part of it where you don't have to get shots, and I'll let y'all know how that was. Let me see. GorillaTap says, sample those goods before you buy it. So have sex with her before you marry her. Conscious says, I said that in the Discord. Kiara says, I definitely agree. If you're talking about the text that we were talking about, I agree too. It's petty and I wouldn't have thought of it because I was celibate for 3 years because I was waiting for marriage, and I was very afraid that God was going to be mad at me for fornicating with people. So I stopped, and I was just dating guys, and they would, supporting me for the first couple of days. And the third date, they were like, well, you're going to have to go down on me or something. And it just got to be, exactly. So it got to be a difficult thing, but I did it for 3 years. And I got to really know the guys, and they're all really good friends of mine now because we didn't sleep together, and they can be real with me and keep it real. But if any of them had been like, well, you got to pay for this date, I would have been like, yo, you got me. I will pay. You got me. We're going to go Dutch. But nobody ever thought of that. So the guy who said that.
He's living in a different time period. He's in 2050.
He's good at checkers and chess.
Man, respect. I think that was the benefit. The thing about this relationship, unlike any other relationship, is we genuinely were friends first. Like, I had no choice but to be my complete self. And from the very beginning, because she was like, no, it's not gonna happen. I'm like, all right, well, anyway, this is the real me. So, blah, 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 and we would hang out, and she's just super cool, and we would laugh, and that just carries over into our relationship. And it's so funny because when we're around other couples or people, like, they don't get us. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be like, oh, I love y'all, or stuff like that. But they don't get us, right? So, and what I mean by that is, Tanjareen and I aren't conventional in how we act with each other. Like, the stuff that I say to her or the stuff that she says to me.
Wild as hell.
It's extremely wild. And it's not something that you would ever hear couples say to each other. And it's like, this is just us. Like, because she's still my best friend. So, perfect example. Before my dad died, this is years ago. Like, we got engaged in 2013. And we went to spend Christmas. We went to see my mom first. And then we saw my dad. And when we went to see my dad, Tanjareen and I were like arguing and cussing at each other. And as we were arguing and cussing at each other, we got off the argument, my dad and MC and everything. And then she starts coughing separately. Like I guess she drank some water, started choking. And I was right next to her and I was just like,
did not try to help me, ask me if I was okay or nothing.
Did not care. And then she goes outside to like take a phone call because the reception in North Carolina was trash. And my dad says, hey, son, you sure y'all should get married? I was like, yeah, what you talking about? And he was like, y'all arguing a lot. Like, y'all not supposed to be arguing like this. I said, I got it, man. And here we are to this day. So we're not the same as other couples.
And one of my examples I'll give for us not being the same, because I completely forgot about that, is when we were engaged, about to get married, I desperately have been wanting to take him to a strip club. I wanted to pay for dances for him. I wanted girls to lap dance on him. I wanted to pick out big booty girls for him. And he was like, no, I don't like strip clubs. I'm not interested. I was so mad at him because he eventually went to a strip club without me for his bachelor party with BT and them and had a ball.
It's the best.
Most women would be mad that their man wants to go to a strip club. I was mad that he went without me. So then I made him take me again the week after. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So because it was like, I want to be a part of the fun that you have, whether it's a big booty woman involved or not. So I was like so mad that he left me out of that. So that's what we mean when we say we're a little bit different. Conscious says, he said in the Discord yesterday that he can marry a woman without having sex first. Oh, he can't marry a woman without having sex first.
No.
Which is interesting because Conscious is the one who comes on my Tanjareen's Top Talent and does Christian rap songs that are really, really good.
Really good.
And he talks about sinning, and he talks about fornication and murder and lying and gay sex and all this. But he's still fornicating.
Let's clear this
up. He's still fornicating.
He does not talk about. See, okay, you emphasize.
I said the sinning, and I named the sins. I wasn't saying he's doing gay sex. I'm saying he talks about those sins.
Okay, that's worded a little bit better in the spacing.
If they are on my page, they know about Tanj.
I know.
Conscious is a star over there.
He's amazing. I'm defending my guy Conscious and making sure that y'all know he's not rapping about.
Let's see. Ed Smalls has a question. How can you fall in love when you haven't had sex? Sex is a big part of a relationship.
It is. You know what's funny? There was this girl I was infatuated with. Like, I was like, man, she's the bee's knees. And I was like, as soon as that goes down, sign, seal, deliver. And it was about to go down, and her scent wasn't where it needed to be. And mind you, she had the body smell of I just got out the shower. Like, I smelled the soap on her. This was an internal issue. And I was like, oh man, right? And
you still smashed?
Like any young 20-something would do at the time, you still go through it.
Say that shower because your hand was in the way.
You still go through it. And while I was there, I was just like, this is not something I could do again. So the infatuation was gone.
That is hilarious. I love the fact that every time I've heard a guy talk about a woman having an odor down there, they still went ahead and smashed. They're just like, I'm not going to call her no more. But they still
You know why? Because guys ain't rude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a conversation with guys and they'd be like, yeah, man, she had a scent. You'd be like, oh, so then what? You'd be like, man, so then I left. You'd be like, you left? How rude is that? Like,
yes.
Because we aren't built like women. Women will crush a guy's feelings. Oh, you smell bad. I'm not doing this. Get up and leave. A guy, because also y'all options are so crazy because men approach y'all every 5 seconds.
Yes.
Men don't get approached like that if you get approached. So it's like anytime when we have the opportunity, we don't want to crush a woman's feelings. We want to protect her feelings. So we just won't say nothing, but we just won't call again. Or be like, oh, I'm crazy, it's crazy, busy over there.
So I was listening to the radio this morning on my way to the gym. I went to my heated spin class this morning, and they were asking the question, if you have a friend who has a body odor, do you tell them? And the general consensus that I got from that section that I was listening to was that men usually try to hint to their guy friend if there's a scent. Women will never tell their female friend that there's a scent. Nope. Never. Because it's too difficult and they're too embarrassed to tell the girl. So
which we already know because y'all don't tell each other when y'all wigs look trash.
When we have wiggy wigs.
Jesus Christ. I see so many women with these horrible wigs. And I'm like, not even just him. It really does. Everybody who knows me knows this really does bother me. But it truly angers me that women won't tell each other when their girl's wig look bad and they be hanging with them and taking all these pictures. Or if they got a bogus hairstyle. Like, it'd be some hairstyles, and I'm like, yo, ain't nobody say nothing to this girl. They're not your friends.
So does it work with the guys? Like, because guys be having bad hairlines, or they get the paint put in, but it's obviously paint.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's shellacked on.
Shellacked?
Do the men tell their boys, hey, bro, that looks painted on?
Oh, my God.
Yes?
Every single chance we get. Now, if these are your friends, you tell them as a man. You be like, hey, bro, you paint. You know what I mean? Or, you know, you went a little too dark. Or like, hey, bro, you should do this. You know what I mean? But it has to be a friend. It couldn't just be a guy that you know because you don't know how he's going to take it.
So Conscious, we got a bunch of comments. Okay, Conscious said that depends on how bad it smells, talking about having sex with a girl that stinks. Then he says, it's like, will you tell someone if they have, something in their nose? And GorillaTap says, yes, you always tell them. Gotcha. James says, facts. Ed Small says, oh no, I'm telling. I'm clowning heavy. My dudes understand, LOL. So guys will tell guys, but will guys tell a girl that she stinks?
That's the tough one. I am sooner to tell a woman her hair doesn't look right or her makeup doesn't look right before I tell her about a scent. And I know that's crazy because there's this comedian girl we all know, and we've been bumping into her for the past couple of weeks. And, out of 4 times, about 2 times, I smelled a little salt on her, But I was like, I don't have this relationship with her to tell her this. But I can tell her about this wig that she got on,
So how close should your relationship be to tell a woman that you've seen her more than once and she has a body odor?
You're talking to the wrong guy with that one. Because I've smelled women with body odors my whole life and not said nothing.
Wow.
Only one girl ever asked me. Like, she cornered me and I had to answer. Like, we had gotten together and then she was like, I was distant. And then she was like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, what you talking about? I just been busy. You haven't been busy. What's up? And I was like, you had a little scent. And then she told me, oh, I was on a cleanse. Why didn't you tell me that? If you'd have told me that there had a scent, So communication always helps. All the toxins in my body were released. I didn't realize that, so thank you. And I was like, oh, wow. And the next time, from then on, I had never had another issue with the scent. But, yeah, communication helps. But you got to understand, a lot of people aren't great communicators. We're not either, because we have a lot of get-togethers over here. We have a lot of sketch shoots over here. We also had at our last house. Mm-hmm. And we have a guy friend who had a body odor. And we would have to clean the couch when he left. We would have to spray Febreze. We would do all kinds of stuff. But we never told the guy, hey, bro, what are you doing? You talking about, I will beat you if you even try to say who I'm talking about. No, I'm not going to say the name. You talking about lighter complected dude?
I'm not going to give any description.
I need a clue. Jeez Louise.
The point is, we didn't tell him.
Oh, well, yeah, at that time, yeah.
Let me see. James Holmes says you got to be careful with women because they could easily think you're coming for them. Ed Small says, yes, I've done it before. My wife gets mad at me when I tell someone in our circle that they smell like fish. Okay, good for you, Ed, for doing that. GorillaTap says, I could never bring myself to do that unless she tried to play me off.
Ooh, right? Then I could give it all to... If you try and play me, listen, the number one thing for me is don't front on me. If you front on me, oh, I'm coming for your head. But if you just like really cool and humble, I can't. You know what I mean?
Excellent, excellent. Let's see. Conscious says, depending on how I know her and if I'm going to try to get to know her. LOL. Okay, let's see. I'm not sleeping on your couch. LOL. Just kidding. Forget you, Conscious. That was years ago.
Crazy time.
That was years ago. So,
Woo.
At the second half, I'd like to open the floor. We can still talk about some other topics, but if anybody has questions about relationships or wants to get opinions from us or the audience about relationships, you'd like to get on camera with us, you can get on camera with us from a mobile device. And this will be an experiment, but I see that I can bring certain people on. It's giving me the option to. James says, fire. So let me know if you guys want to get on camera and ask us anything. But thank you guys who are all watching. I appreciate this dialogue that we're having. I saw another. So if you want to get on camera, just say you want to get on camera in the comments. Let's see. Marshana Kurtz says, me and my ex-partner, after being best friends since we were 15, have broken up. I moved to Florida for us to start a relationship. It lasted all of 16 months. It's very, don't laugh.
No, I'm laughing because 16 months is a year and a half. Like, don't say 16 months like it's 3 months. That's why I laughed.
But after being friends for 15 years?
Yeah.
Okay, best friends for 15 years. She follows this mother trucker across the country, starts a relationship. It lasts 16 months. It is very clear that we are not going to be together, and I'm starting to feel like possibly not even friends again. Oh, what are some good ways for the healing process? Ooh, This is a good question, Mashana. Mashana, first of all, it's too late. Hindsight is 2020, but most parents will tell you don't follow no man and move with no man without a ring.
Don't you do it.
Don't go anywhere because a man got a job somewhere, because a man is interested in you and he's moving. Don't go with him unless you have a ring. But that's already in the past. You've already gone. You asked, what are some good ways for the healing process? Step one is, are you actually broken up? Because it says you feel like you're not going to be together and you feel like you're not going to be friends. Have you had the conversation? What changed from you guys being friends for 15 years? After being best friends since you were 15. So I don't know how old you are, but since you were 15 years old, this person's been your best friend.
If y'all 22, I ain't got no sympathy. But, if you into your 30s or 40s, then it's like,
So the first thing I would do is have a conversation, because this person knows you really well if you're an adult, and it might be something that you could still work out. Secondly, we always feel when we're younger that first relationship, everything that happens to us, we feel is permanent.
Right.
Your best friend, you think is going to be your best friend forever. Your boyfriend, you think is going to be your boyfriend forever. The job you have, you feel like that's going to be, everything in your life, your family that's alive, you think they're going to be alive forever. Everything feels permanent when you're young. When you get older, you realize that was just part of life, and it's a stepping stone. So what did you learn from that relationship? Because you can't move to the next relationship till you learn from this one. So did you learn something from this person that you can take it to the next one?
Yeah.
And if you did, and you're really ready to move on, do what every woman does after breakup. Get your body snatched, change your hairstyle, live your best life. Get you a new wig, cut your hair a different way.
And also cut the wig to the size of your head. Don't just get you a new wig and throw it on like you walking out with a fitted cap on.
Show yourself some self-love and focus on you, sis, like they always say. And trust me, you will be in another relationship when you're ready. And it'll be so good that you'll forget about this person that you moved over to Florida with.
Let me also say what focusing on you means. Because a lot of people don't even know what focusing on you means. Focusing on you means doing what makes you happy. A lot of times I see so many women become the guy that they're with, and they no longer have an identity. So it's an opportunity when you break up with a man to discover what you like, right? So you might have spent 10 years or however long you've been with your guy cooking for him the food that he likes, going to see the movies that he enjoys, dressing the way he wants you to dress. Like, focusing on you means, what do I want to wear? What do I want to watch? What do I want to eat? Those are things that you need to focus on. That means focusing on you, not just the cliche, focus on you. And then girls be like, yeah, I'm focused on me. And you don't know who you are. So focus on finding yourself.
Mashana has given us an update. It is a woman that she's referring to that was her best friend that she was in a relationship with, that she moved to Florida to be in a relationship with, and they broke up. It says, we have broken up. Mashana's 37 years old, and she has moved back home. So that...
good for you moving back home.
The advice that I gave still stands whether you're dating a man or a woman. Focus on you, snatch your body, get your skin looking good, drink your water, work out, do whatever your self-care is, whether that's a relaxing bath, whether it's going out and taking a walk in nature, going to some water or a beach or whatever, reading a book, listening to an audiobook while you're in traffic going to work. But focus on things that bring you joy, your favorite kind of music, whether it's disco, 70s, current pop, gospel, whatever. Just stay in a constant state of gratitude and you won't be focused on the breakup. And before you know it, you won't remember whatever sadness you're feeling right now. But I'm sorry that happened to you, Mashana, and thank you for that question. I hope that we helped you. She says thank you for that. Okay, great. Kiara says that's good advice. We're here for you. Anton Watson is watching. CT facts, James Holmes says, a rediscovery of self is always a priority. That's what he's saying to you. Okay, Montre Duran. I'm 23.
Okay.
Been with my girlfriend for 3 years.
All right.
Been knowing her since preschool.
That's great.
And we've dated 6th grade through 8th grade.
Wow.
Are you listening, or are you ordering buffalo wings on DoorDash?
I'm doing both this week. I want some wings.
Are you getting me something?
Tanjareen, I just started my order.
Okay, well make sure I get some cauliflower tacos in there with mashed potatoes and black beans. No rice.
Jesus.
Anyways, back to our question from Montre Duran. I'm 23, been with my girlfriend for 3 years, been knowing her since preschool. We dated for 6th grade through 8th grade. Went 6 years without talking, stayed following each other on Facebook, and in 2019, we reached out and been a couple ever since. I am ready to propose. Is it too soon?
Yes.
Plus, any advice you have as far as maintaining a marriage at 23?
Well, you know what? Before I even say yes, let me hold that back. What city is he in?
He didn't say where he was.
This really matters.
Okay, tell us where you are, Montre.
Because if you're 23 and you've been with this young lady since preschool.
He's known her since preschool, but they only dated for 6th grade through 8th grade. Then they didn't talk again. And then in 2019, they reached out to each other on Facebook, and now they're dating. So they've been dating since 2019.
Great, yeah.
So that's 3 years. 20, 21, 22. So you've been dating for 3 years, plus you dated for 2 years in junior high. Basically, you've had a 5-year relationship, plus you've known her since you were like 4 years old.
It's time.
So he's in Kansas City, Missouri.
Missouri, yep, make it official. If you were in a big city like New York or LA, I'd be like, no! What are you doing? Or even Chicago. Missouri, yeah.
I would say if you were in a big city trying to be in the industry, you would wait because there's so much temptation of beautiful women. But you're in Missouri, so I would say you could date her and be engaged, but don't get married yet. But then he just sent an update. He says, also trying to be an actor and move to Atlanta.
Then you already know what you want to do. Not to say that she can't go with you, but you're still trying to accomplish something while you have her in your life. The difference is we both were doing what we are doing before we met each other, right? So it was like, okay, cool. Our powers combined compared to us trying to still figure it out. And the reason I say that is because I have a friend, and I got you the cauliflower tacos. You see that?
Yeah, but make sure you put my special request.
We'll do that one.
Yeah, give him advice, babe. Give him advice.
So there's a friend of mine who he was in a marriage when I met him, right? And he was of course doing comedy, but they met in college when he was supposed to be an engineer, and she also engineered. So they were down in Atlanta, and what ended up happening was he moved to LA to follow his dreams. She was still down there, and she would visit LA. And of course, he was struggling, trying to find his way, making things happen on his climb to success. And what ended up happening was his success wasn't coming fast enough, and their distance took a toll on them. And they ended up, breaking up, of course, because this was not what she signed up for. She signed up for an engineer and them living a nice regular life in Atlanta. And by him chasing this dream, that's not what she wanted. So they ended up divorcing. Now, after they divorced, he popped. Like I'm talking about, he became a success. He's an A-list actor right now. He had to get over that hump. And now he's with a new woman who is also an artist, and they just mesh so perfectly. They're perfect for each other. But if your goal is to move to Atlanta to pursue this dream, see what she thinks first. Because you don't want to uproot her life or tell her, all right, now this other thing is what I'm about to do, even though you've been with me for this.
And to add to that, a lot of people get married in their 20s, and you have to know that you're going to grow in different directions. You're going to change careers. You're going to change body sizes. You're going to change cities that you live in. You're going to change goals. So a lot of people have a goal. I want to be a firefighter, and then I want to be chief of the fire department. And a woman will have to support you and stand by that. If you want to be a doctor, you got to go to school. You'll be in a whole bunch of debt maybe when you get out of school, and you got to pay those bills off. A woman's got to support that decision. I'm speaking for the man's goals. When you want to be in the entertainment industry and the woman supports that, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs where you're not making any money. There's going to be times where you make a huge sum of money, and then you have to save that because you don't know when your next job is. But one of the hardest things to do as a woman dating a man in the industry is deal with the other women that he's going to be on the set with. If he's on a music video, commercial, TV, or film, beautiful women are everywhere. They're very disrespectful when somebody has a woman or a relationship. They don't seem to care. So if she has the tough enough skin for that, great. I would say propose and don't get married yet, because marriage is forever. Propose, move with her, because long distance is going to be too tough for you to be in Atlanta and her stay in Missouri. Move with her with that ring on her finger and see where it goes. But
he says she's very supportive, and she's been taking trips with him for music and all to Texas. But here's the thing. Trips are different than relocating, because relocating means that she's got to leave her comfort zone of her family and friends behind for you. And I've seen a lot of women go to a new city and immediately be like, I hate it here. I don't have anybody. I don't have my own support system. Yeah. And you leave me this, and this it becomes a thing, man. So luckily, and God knew what he was doing. I had a girlfriend before I moved to LA. She was my girlfriend in high school and a little bit of college, but we had broken up when I really started doing comedy. And I'm glad for that. At the time, I didn't understand, but it was like, if she and I had been in this serious relationship, it was time to come to LA, who's to say that my life would have been what it has become, because I would have constantly been having to think about somebody else.
It would not have been, because it wasn't me. Contra says, relocation destroyed my marriage. Pow. There it is. Montre says, she'd rather me chase acting rather than music because she feels that's my dream. She just feels she'd rather be tied before making drastic life changes, and I agree as well. I agree too. So you got to decide, what's important. There's a lot of people who, like you said, you guys didn't speak for years and then you got back together. What's more important? You pursuing this dream, or are you marrying her?
Right.
But if you guys, at 23, if you love her, a lot of people get married young and it works.
Yeah. Don't let anybody else's experience change your decisions if that's something that you truly want to do. And, if it goes good, great. If it goes badly, you're still young enough to still live a full life.
Yeah. But again, remember that marriage is what you make it.
Yeah.
Make your own agreements. Don't go by what other people say marriage should be, because 51% of marriages end in divorce. So make your own agreements on what will make you both happy, and you can last forever no matter what the industry throws at you.
Yeah.
Get that prenup is what GorillaTap says. Okay.
Also, if you ain't got no money, don't worry about the prenup.
Tank says, man, relocation is tough. It takes a strong woman to do it repeatedly. Facts. That's what Army brats or people like that are used to it.
I miss Tank.
Tank says, I got married young and we still here. Tank has been married for 20 what years? Tell us how many years it's been. And he's also a military person. Love that. Conscious said he would get on camera with us, but it's not giving me the option to bring you on camera, so you might not be watching us from a mobile device. But I have another question from a viewer. This is from Reggie Holloway. You want to read it?
Okay. I'm 23 and currently getting ready to leave college. I have never dated before, but recently, though, I have been finding luck through meeting people on campus. Unfortunately, nothing usually sticks because I either come on too strong or not strong enough. What should I do in the future? Enjoy being 23. That's what you should do for the future. Listen, man, I know this is your life, right? So your life, you feel like, hey, I'm old enough, but I'm 35, bro. You understand? I've been 23. I've been 21. I know how you feel. Well, not the,
The come on strong part used to come on strong to people.
but it worked. So it's like, I can't say that I've been where you are exactly, but I will say you got time. You don't have to figure it out right now. Some people don't even blossom in college. They blossom after they graduate. Or you might meet some girls online, or you might go hang out with some people and meet a girl and y'all be perfect, right? I will say when it comes to men meeting women, don't talk so much. Let her do the talking. 9 times out of 10, if you just talk to a woman saying, hey, how are you? She'll say, I'm good. And you're like, that's what's up. How was your day today? She'll do the rest. Do you understand me? A woman will do all the talking. So you don't even have to come.
He's mastered this. But let me tell you with this advice, this is excellent advice, so I'm gonna repeat what he said. When you are courting a woman or getting to know or just first time meeting, let her do the talking. Ask her about herself, about her day. Don't make it feel like you're in an interview. Don't do too many questions, but pay attention to what she tells you about herself. Here's the hard part, fellas. Actually listen and retain what she said. So the next time you see her, you're not asking her the same thing or saying something that she knows you didn't listen the first time. But if you pay attention to her, we just want a man to listen to us. We all just want to be fondled, friended, and famous. We just want somebody to listen to us.
And don't talk about yourself. Also, this is a little secret trick of the trade. If you ask her about her day or you ask her about her job and she starts spilling blah, 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 and you taking it all in, and at no point does she ask you about you, this is also telling you things about how the rest of your relationship is going to be with her. She's very self-centered. She doesn't care about you. And she's not really interested in anything outside of herself. So you do with that what you will. If this is going to be a girl that you just smashed, then just do that. If it's going to be a girl that's going to be your friend, then just do that. But don't talk about yourself.
Well, unless she asks you a question.
Then that's
but
great.
Don't hog the conversation is what he's saying. But definitely don't be a mysterious person that she doesn't get to know. She or he. Everything we're saying is for same-sex relationships or heterosexual, however you get down.
I'll give you a mind trick as well. This is if you want to be toxic and you want to get the job done.
Attaboy.
If you meet a woman and she's you can pretty much tell who's insecure about themselves, but you say something like, it works with anything, but you'll say, so, where you from? And let's just pick a random city. So like Tanjareen said, where you from? Where you from?
Where you from?
No, I'm saying.
Answer. Okay.
Oof.
Take 2. You said Tanjareen, say where you from.
Exactly.
So I said, where you from? Who's on 3rd? Okay, go.
So where you from?
Inglewood.
I know what that means.
What does it mean?
Oh, no, it was just nothing.
Why'd you say it like that?
You see how I got her asking me more questions and I'm not even saying anything? These are the toxic mind tricks, fellas.
Well, I wouldn't like that.
No woman likes it. They just go with it, and before you know it, you're in them gods.
You're in them gods. Shout out to Zay Rogers. He sent 100 stars. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this tangerine tree. These kisses are just for you, Zay. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you so much for helping me to continue to bring you guys content. We've got some good comments on here. Philip Campbell says this has been helpful to many people who really needs to hear these kinds of truths. You two always get the job doing all you do and always by talking about what's important in life. Thank you, Philip Campbell, for your support. Tank says, be yourself. Listen and adjust to the energy she's giving off. That is great advice. So I'm on 3rd, exactly, James. Piss said something funny earlier because Piss has been married and divorced twice. And when I said that marriage has a 51% divorce rate, he says he's still working on raising himself to a 33% success rate with marriage. Good luck with that, Piss. we are rooting for you.
He's
Definitely.
a great guy.
He is a great guy, and I want somebody that deserves him to get him this time.
Oh, that doesn't work like that.
It doesn't? Okay.
No. He's a nice guy. I told you what you have to do to succeed. However, Piss, because you're such a nice guy, I recommend 2 possible solutions. 1, find a woman who is broken. And then you can help build her back up because she hasn't been appreciated like you haven't been appreciated. Or you gotta find you a taker. You know, somebody that's gonna take.
I think he's had a taker already.
Probably 2 of them, so he hasn't had 2 successful relationships.
Tank told us he's been married for 24 years, going back to that part of the conversation. So congratulations to you, Tank. If you want to come on camera and give us some advice, please do. Or if you want to give everybody some advice, because 24 years is an amazing accomplishment. James says, yo, I love y'all's content. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you.
We are here for the Marriage Go Round podcast with Tanjareen and CT. Might be changing the name to Marriage Things and Things. Okay, we're going to learn our name of our show. Married Things and Things with Tanjareen and CT. Given to us by GorillaTap. We got to thank you for the advice from I think it was from Montreal that said that. Oh, Reggie says, thank you guys for your advice. Montre says, as a man, how do I fight temptation? Montre is the one who said he's going to be getting in the industry of either acting or music, and he has had a girlfriend that he's known since he was in preschool, but they've been dating since 2019, and he's thinking he's about to propose. How does he fight temptation? You can't answer that because you can't fight temptation. This is where I come in. Like I said, set up your own agreements in a relationship and you don't have to fight temptation. But don't put yourself in alone time with anybody that you could possibly be intimate with. When I was doing the celibate thing for 3 years, that was the key. When you go on dates, group settings, go bowling, go for coffee, go to restaurants, do double dates with friends, go to a movie. But the part when the date is over and somebody's trying to go in the house with you, or if you're on a set and you have a dressing room and you got the opportunity to be in another woman's dressing room or for her to come in your dressing room, that stuff is off limits. If you're trying to be in a monogamous relationship, if you feel that that is the best situation for you and your spouse to be monogamous, do not put yourself in a situation where somebody could accidentally go down on you.
Jesus, I'll give you this. Another way to fight temptation.
How you gonna give some advice on this?
Because I've been in trouble before.
You
When you get in trouble, that's when you gotta fight temptation. I gotta be good.
For 2 weeks, I'm gonna be faithful for 2 weeks.
I'm about to be
I promise I'll never do it again, Jerry.
Never do it again.
Fingers crossed.
The way you do it is 1, everything that Tanjareen said, but 2, my thing is I love making people feel good about themselves, right? Everybody, men, women, children, old people, all of that. I love making people feel good about themselves. It's a superpower. Knowing that that's a superpower, I know that it has a way with women as well. So be very careful about the types of things you say to women, right? So it's nothing for me to see a beautiful woman and be like, oh my God, I love your hair. Or, oh my God, you're so beautiful.
Big flirt.
Big flirt. And then keeping it moving. A way to fight temptation is not even doing that if this is something that you know you can't control yourself with, right? Another way to fight temptation. Don't even talk to the girls. That's a huge thing. Like, you see some girls that are like, you're so funny. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I've actually seen guys in the industry that are so in love with or afraid of their spouse that they try to have tunnel vision when they're on a set. They try their best not to notice that there's a beautiful woman who's just been all made up by professionals and, you know, everything is oozing out. She's voluptuous. They try their best not to notice. That could affect you. If you're an actor and you need to have a love scene or a kissing scene with somebody who's your girlfriend in the show, and you're so worried about temptation, that could affect you because you won't have any chemistry with her. But yes, it's good advice if you can be that extreme. Don't talk to them, don't notice them. But again, don't be alone with them, because the alone is when you actually, it depends if you're dating somebody, and we're almost out of time. It depends if you're dating or married to somebody who feels like thoughts are cheating. Because I remember we were watching that show, that reality show, I don't know if it was Love is Blind, but she was like, yeah, it was Love is Blind, a little short black girl. She was like, even if you thinking about another woman, that's cheating in my eyes.
Oh no, The Ultimatum.
It was before the ultimatum. It was the little black girl that they got with the tall black guy, and they got married, and he's an extrovert and she's an introvert.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry.
No problem. But she was saying that was cheating to her, and I'm just like, that's why you have to know your partner and have these conversations and what your agreements are. Because I could care less who he's thinking about. He could be thinking about somebody while we're making love. I could care less because he's with me. But there are people who say, well, if you were thinking about her and you like sleep with her, you've already cheated on me. Well, if that's the case, then he should go smash her.
You ready for this? Man, I was talking to this girl. She blew my mind with this. She said, because she and her boyfriend are, I guess, in a grown relationship. And she was telling me, she was like, yeah, you know, I've dated guys and, you know, I won't sleep with any man. Like, I haven't slept with another man outside of my boyfriend in over a decade. And I was like, oh, that's dope. That's incredible. And then she said, yeah, I've had sex with guys, though, but I've not slept with a guy. And I laughed so hard, bro, because semantics, right? So when you hear the term slept with, you immediately think slept with. But she literally mean night next to another man.
That's hilarious.
I laughed so
That's
hard.
hilarious. So back to what I was saying about the thinking about cheating. GorillaTap says, if thinking about cheating to her is cheating, then run away now.
Immediately.
Touche, but they got married on that show, and now she's pregnant, I think.
Yeah.
Kiera said, thoughts are cheating? Wow, exactly, girl. But that's how she felt. Kiera is laughing at you.
That's an insecure and very young-minded girl to say something like that.
Yeah.
No matter what the age is. Like, that's so delinquent and juvenile to say, thinking is cheating. How insecure are you to where you think that your partner's thoughts have to be faithful to you?
And why are you trying to control somebody's thoughts? James Ayers says, some women just want to know they can have you, and that will cause a rift in your own relationship. Yes, Tank says some women only want you when you have someone else. We're talking about fighting temptation. We're going back to that. And that is true, because I remember I found myself doing that when I was in college. There was this guy who had a crush on me, and I would always ignore him. But when I saw another girl tell her friend that he was cute, and he was on the football team, I looked at him again like, I guess he is cute. And she started acting like she liked him. Then I started to give him some attention. And then I was like, oh my God, that's a woman thing to do. I wasn't interested in him until I saw somebody else interested in him. But I wasn't being shady. I didn't take her from him. They weren't dating or anything. She just noticed. She just let me see that. I looked at him again like, he actually is cute.
You know, it's funny about you saying that. And, you know, I was raised by my mom and my older sister. And it's like, you know, my dad, of course, is in my life, but I wasn't in the house with him as much as I was with my mom and my sister. I don't even think that's just a woman trait. That's something that I feel to this day. Like, if there's a woman that I've dealt with and it'll be like, all right, take care of yourself, baby girl. You go ahead and sit down on the bleachers somewhere, enjoy the game, right?
Next.
Right? She could be on ice for months. And then the minute that I see her post a picture with a guy, I'm like, are you bad? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, you don't really want somebody until somebody else wants them.
So we got a couple more comments. Let me go back up here. James says, garlic, holy water, and silver. Only way to fight temptation. Will it work? No, but shit, you tried. LOL. King James 81.
Oh, King James. My brother.
And let me go back up here. When you can't do, you teach. Deanna says, I'm not sure.
Right. Well, when you can't do it, you teach it. She's talking about us.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you can't fight temptation. Got it. Okay, so this one, James Ayers said, been married since September. Congratulations, you're still a newlywed. Also came into this conversation a little late.
Okay.
Life's been good. Taking care of her too, and having her own has pushed me to a better father and husband. Please continue the great content so when I hide away, I can get a good laugh. We're here for you, James Ayers. Congratulations again on your new marriage, and I'm glad that you are happy so far.
I'll give you this little tidbit since you're a newlywed dude. The sooner you can convince her, the next argument y'all have, the sooner you can convince her that nobody needs to be scoring a point when y'all have a disagreement, that y'all are both on the same team and nobody is gonna go on the scoreboard for being more right or more wrong, y'all will be happier and healthier. And also know that you have to take some L's when you know you're not wrong, just to keep her to shut up. So remember, what was the next one?
That was great advice. I have no complaints. Happy wife, happy life. Happy spouse, happy house, right, babe?
That's what it is.
That's for you. This one is
happy husband, ain't no cause to the government. I don't know.
You're ridiculous. Tim Daniel is just cuz 364. He says, why avoid by cheating? I think by actually letting it out is the best way to avoid. For instance, I tell my wife if I see a fat bottom. That's if your wife is secure enough to hear that.
That's rare.
Because like I said, I can pick out a fat bottom and make sure he saw it when we go to places. And I have no problem with that. It doesn't make me feel less than a woman. But if you have a woman like the girl on Love is Blind who was like, if you're thinking about another woman, you're cheating. And she was to be told by her man, oh, damn, you see her butt? That would be an argument. They'd be mad at each other for the rest of the night. But if you're a woman, which I know Sweet Pea is amazing, and you've trained her very well, I think she was your first. I mean, you were her first, which I think is a beautiful way, a very old school way to get married. Then yeah, you can teach her that it's okay for you to pick out a fat bottom.
I love that he was her first. That's
right?
Fire. That means I'm all you know.
Right. So you can have trash, sex. She won't know the difference.
It's not gonna be trash to him. He's the only woman in there.
I'm talking about her. She don't know that it's bad. She don't know if it's bad or good because she's nothing to compare it to.
That?
Yeah. And we all know that only 33% of women actually have ever had an orgasm. So I'm not putting that on Sweet Pea. I'm just saying in general, men would love to be with a virgin, but then there's some men who are like, no, I want her to teach me some stuff. But where's she supposed to learn it? So that's a whole nother conversation. Let me see. Ed Small says, if that's the case, my wife cheats on me every time she says The Rock's name. Let me see. Willie Best says, why get with someone if you just gonna cheat on them? Sleeping either all these women don't make you popular. Willie?
Sleeping, I think he's trying to say
sleeping with all these women probably don't make you popular.
I don't know where the popular point comes from. But the why get with somebody if you're just gonna cheat on them? Hey man, I can't answer that for you. I can say that whatever you vibrate on, there's another person that will vibrate on that level. No one size fits all for anybody's relationship. There are some people who would hate for you to, like she said, think about another woman or think about another man, or they'd be uncomfortable if you didn't, or if somebody didn't look at you or flirt. There's just so many different things. Now, as far as the cheating aspect, cheating is relative to what your relationship is. Because like we just said, is cheating making somebody else laugh and smile? Is cheating a guy touching her arm like, oh my God, you're so beautiful? Like, there's so many different...
What if he touched my ass and I didn't get mad at him? Did I just cheat?
Oh, ain't nobody touching your ass. Especially, oh my God, I'm talking about things that I'm around. It's like, come on. There's a respect factor.
Just giving them some more
like
examples.
If you see somebody with the picture and they got their hand on, oh, fam, now I got to sock him. Because now you're disrespecting me. There's a difference between whatever relationship you have and being disrespectful too.
Facts.
You're never going to see a picture of me. Well, you might if I book a TV show and it happens. But it's like, you're not going to see you're not going to see me in public kissing a chick unless it's a camera right there.
For the TV show.
Right.
Okay, got it.
What are you talking about, porn?
Ed says, great show, guys. Going to cook because my wife said so. After 22 years of marriage, I've learned to listen. Applause to you, Ed. Enjoy making her something to eat.
Misspelled obey.
Just cause says facts to whatever we were just saying. Kiera says facts. Knowing she won't, but what if she say no? How do we get past that? Oh, about the proposal? I think that's what you're talking about, Montreal. You'll have to ask us that on another episode because I don't think she's gonna say no if you notice since you're preschool. We're about to get out of here. Cue the slow music. Cue the slow motion music. If the hand touches my buns.
Oh, fam.
Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Dan Patrick says, great points. All right, I'm going to get out of here, but I would love to test somebody getting on camera with me just so I know for a future episode. So let me see who can come on camera. Tim, you're not on your mobile device? I just want to know how. Oh, hold on. Let me go to this side. Talk to the people. Tell them where they can support you this week.
Oh, where they can support me this week? Mm-hmm. You can support me this week by going to the stream tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow. We're going to be playing WWE 2K22, some Modern Warfare. We're going to have some fun. And then tomorrow night, I'm performing at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. Ada. I call her Ada. Ada Rodriguez, Laugh Factory, Netflix is a joke. The comedy festival starts. I'm on her show. I'm very excited. It'll be fire. Myself, Shantae Wayans, Afion Crockett, Chloe Hillard, Orlando Labia, and I can't pronounce that name.
I'm excited to see that show. Gorilla Tap, can I bring you on camera? I saw your name in the list. Can I pick your name? Team CT all day.
Oh, hey.
/Tanjtastic. Thank you, Terrence Thomas. He must be our relationship. Okay, I got you if you need it. Thank you, Gorilla Tap. Let me just see what this would look like. Let me turn the volume up so we can bring on guests next time.
We want to be able to hear him from there.
Let's see. Because there's a delay on that one. That's why I'm going to try to do it over here. Adding, if it says connecting, then we're good to go. And then next week we'll bring the camera closer so that I can actually touch it from where I am.
Cool.
It's trying to add you, Antonio Nocentelli. Adding. The world is looking at your amazing braids as we wait, CT.
I appreciate that.
Thank you for the stars. My stars are activated. If we have given you any gems for life or relationships and you'd like to sow seeds back, go ahead and send some stars on Facebook. Each star is worth a penny. Antonio, answer the call. Congratulations, Winifred said. Sound just got lower. That means he's about to connect. What's up, Reza? Thanks for watching. Read a comment or talk to the people while you're on camera, baby, off the iPad or your phone.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing the same comments you just said.
All right, his connection said it failed, so I don't know what happened. But if King Diesel, you want to get on camera? Anybody on a mobile device, I could try to add you. I just want to test this before I get out of here. Hey, Tamisha Hunter, thanks for watching. Trying to add you again, Gorilla Tap. What's up, Wilfred Michael? There we go. Let's see if we can hear you. It's Gorilla Tap, ladies and gentlemen. Antonio Nocentelli. How you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all?
GorillaTap1.
We are great, sir. Now, this is a marriage podcast. Might be changed to the name that you gave us, called Married Things and Tangs with Tanjareen and CT. Please tell us, are you married, sir?
Am I married?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
How many years?
9 this year.
9 this year.
Congrats.
Congratulations. You're almost on that young 10. Excellent. Any advice or questions about marriage? You've been in it longer than us. You could give us some advice. You can give us a tidbit.
Well, the advice I would give y'all, it's too late already, because y'all got married. You see all this gray hair. I'm gonna say don't do it.
I'm gonna say don't do it.
But you said that I cut my hair? Yes. Yeah. Oh, it was a competition. I'm sorry.
It was a competition.
No, man. Why did you cut your hair?
Because I decided to redo it and let it get stronger than it was before. So it's starting fresh, basically.
All right.
Take better care of it. Don't worry, it's coming back.
I see. You already got a fro almost.
Yeah, it's getting long. It's strong. It's every day.
Well, you look nice. You look
Well,
nice.
thank
And
you.
since we already married, and even King Diesel, Darren Stanton, is saying, don't do it, because he's married as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are happily married, so I'm not going to believe that. What do you think
well,
is keeping the
that's-
marriage
that's it.
together?
What keeps you in the marriage?
What's keeping your marriage together?
What's the word I'm looking for? Stubbornness.
On whose part?
Both of us are too stubborn to pull the trigger on the other, basically.
Ah!
You know how you always you go, I would divorce your ass tomorrow. And you go, well, go ahead and do it then. No, you go ahead and do it. Neither one of us does it.
You're that song. Neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye. That's what you say.
Exactly.
That is a shame. What's up, Monty?
But don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. We do love each other, though.
I don't doubt it, but I also know neither one of us.
Yeah, Deanna just typed those words. So, do you think you're gonna get to your 10-year anniversary?
Oh yeah. Neither one of us is going anywhere. I know CT knows this. The thing I sent in the Steve Harvey thing I sent in the chat the group the other day. Where he was talking about his wife.
Yeah.
That's how I feel at heart. Like, I love my wife, and if anyone was to do or say anything to cross her,
I'll kill everybody in the room.
I'll kill everybody in the room, without a doubt. But I can't stand
it costs too much to get divorced. All right. So that's the advice we have from these gentlemen, that they're too stubborn. So I'm going to go over here and let you out. But thank you so much for testing this out with us. You look great, haircut or not.
Thank you.
And thank you for your advice. GorillaTap, ladies and gentlemen. GorillaTap1. He's a gamer. Find him. Yay.
Team CT all day. You already know.
And he's Team Tanjareen.
He's Team CT.
He's Team Tanjareen.
Team CT.
Is Tank trying to come on camera? Okay, let me just see. He sent a request, and then we'll get out of here, guys. We wanted these to just be an hour, but I appreciate you guys being so engaged. I love it. It says it's adding Tank.
Neither one of us.
Sing it, baby.
Neither one of us wants to be the first to say.
All right, let's see if it'll let you in. Oh, Tank is in here. Tank is in the building.
My guy, what up?
Cooling, just cooling. How y'all doing?
Cooling, just cooling.
We're doing Tanjtastically and C-tastic, which I know is not going to catch on. You've been married for 24 years, sir. Do you have a question about relationships, or do you have some advice for us?
Advice, I would just say communication is the key. And whenever you get a chance, take separate breaks for a while, because absence does make the heart feel, missing that person and everything.
The facts. I missed her a couple of weeks ago. She left. My mom was here, and she was gone the whole time. My mom was here, and I actually missed her. I'm like, this is great. Like, I feel like we need to take a trip away from each other maybe once a month.
Once a month, baby?
Every other month.
That's too often.
All right.
You don't really like me.
All right. Thanks, Tank. Appreciate it.
I'm trying to get us to we do a month anniversary together every month, and I would like for us to be doing little fun things once a month, but apparently he would like to do things without me once. Stop making that face.
No.
What else,
so
Tank?
I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. In my years of being in the military, there are several times we spent like 2 weeks or maybe a year or two apart, and it makes you think of different ways of letting the other person know that you miss them, sending letters, phone calls, stuff like that. So it's not just I'm gonna take a break from you. I'm done. It's I'm wherever, but at the same time I'm missing you. So now I got to find creative ways.
Did he freeze?
Thank you, bros.
I think that's what's the great thing about us being comedians is that we go out of town together. I mean, separately. So we definitely are following that advice. Natasha Johnson says marriage is wonderful. Marriage isn't so bad.
I mean, yeah, I'm also not talking about like week-long trips. I'm talking about like a day or two where we're not around each other. We're like, oh man, this is great. Like, you still need to give a person space for their own identity.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you, Tank. Do you have anything else you want to tell us?
Hey, y'all have a good one. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for your support all the time. Team Green, Team CT all day. All right.
All right, we are wrapping up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate the love and support.
I got merch at Tanjareen.com in the store. This is one of my designs, wife piece. That's me spelling out the I in both of those words. That's my body. You can get this in a mug, a mask, a shirt, a hoodie, all kind of stuff. But I also have a lot of other designs on Tanjareen.com. So check that out. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at official Tanjareen, because
We'll
that's
see
where I
y'all next
post
week.
my shows, and that's where I let you guys know when I'm going live again. Thanks for watching our first episode here, Facebook exclusively. Have a great day. Peace.
I love that you say peace is still kind of ended over there.